traveling solo. Ooh, it sounds amazing, it looks amazing, it looks fabulous when you see all those amazing Instagram pictures and Facebook and YouTube exotic places. But there is a but. There is also another side behind all those beautiful, fantastic pictures that you see. And that's what I want to talk about today in this video. I want to mention 5 things that are not so shiny, glamorous as they appear. But it's true. It's the truth of traveling solo. And I want to talk about those 5 things, but also what's the good side about those 5 things. It's not all that bad. But let's be honest here. I've been traveling solo. I've been living abroad for many, many years, and now I'm still traveling solo, and I am 40 plus. So yes, it's all possible. And yes, I'm still doing it. So it's definitely worthwhile. But there's some things that people are not showing, and that before you travel solo, or if you are traveling solo, you're wondering, is this just me, or is this happening to other people as well? And yeah, maybe this will be interesting for you. So let's dive right in. Before I do that, make sure if you like this video to subscribe to that red little button right below, and also hit that notification bell, because I make videos about creating the life that you desire. Creating the life that you desire is possible. You don't have to be stressed out or burned out in a job that you hate. No, that's why I inspire people and I help my clients with, because I'm doing the same thing. I created this life. It's not just luck falling from the sky. And that brings me to number 1. Number 1, the true fact about solo traveling. Number 1 is the feeling of isolation, feeling isolated. You know, it's something that when you look at those great, fabulous pictures that you see on Instagram and Facebook or on YouTube movies, it's all so glamorous and great, and party and pictures with friends or at an exotic place. Yeah, but the truth is, when you just arrive, or when I just arrived in a new country, I don't know anybody. I don't know anything. I don't even know when I leave the house or the hotel where the street is going to. I don't know. And it also means that I don't know any people to talk to. So how often am I actually speaking out loud the first days, the first week? Rarely. Rarely. You pass the day and you hardly say hello. I mean, I say hello when I go to the supermarket. Actually, I go on purpose to the supermarket every day just to be able to actually speak out loud, thank you, hello, because that's what you do at the cash register, right? And maybe on occasion something else, or maybe I go somewhere to a library or someplace and I just ask for information just to be able to actually speak out loud. Can you? Maybe if you've never traveled solo, it's hard to imagine, but the first days when you don't know anything and anyone, you hardly talk. And you hardly speak out loud. And no, I'm not that type of person that will speak to myself out loud. So that isolation is something that you and everyone who travels solo experiences. I guarantee you. So how can you see the positive side on that? It's the fact that when you're on your own, it's actually the greatest time to reflect and do some self-reflection, and just, you know, not be busy with talking or meetings or going places or obligations. No, you're actually obligated and forced to be by yourself and to do some self-reflection and just be with your feelings and just be present and just be with your thoughts and just reflect on how things are going. It's actually really good. How weird it may sound and how difficult it may be, because it is. Sometimes it's really hard to just be so isolated, not knowing anybody and just not speaking. But yeah, there is a time of self-reflection. It just puts you back into perspective and back into the here and now, like, okay, time to explore and to meet people. Number 2, what you don't see is how often people get lost. I get lost the first week, and even after that, all the time. And yes, of course, you have the phone and you have an app and you can download an offline map and you can, you can find your way. But still, even if I have the map, it's just, I don't know the streets. I don't know the area. For every 100 meter or foot, I need to look at that damn map. It's horrible. And even then, yesterday I was driving 5 kilometers, which is 3 miles, and I was just, I bought a secondhand bike, by the way, so it's not mine. I just bought it on Gumtree. And so I was driving and I thought, easy peasy, I'm just going to the supermarket, going to Woolworths. Okay, I can do this. It's just, and I was looking on Google, it's just this and this and this street. And then I go, and I was just so lost. So lost, and it happens to me all the time. Or I think, okay, if I go left here and then left again, I'm gonna come out to the same place, right? No, no. Or I'm in some woods or some nature and I'm thinking too, okay, if I turn here and then there and then there, I will find it and I will shortcut. No. So I get lost all the time. However, on the good side, if you get lost, you know the saying, you get lost to find your way. And it's true. The more I get lost, the more I find other ways and paths, and the more I'm like, hey, yeah. And then the victory of finding the house again or the place where you're staying is like, yay, I made it. So yeah, getting lost to find your way back. It's just part of the process. Number 3 is, what you don't see in these pictures is that the first days, a lack of sleep because of the jet lag, but mostly because you're in a new environment and the bed is different, the room is different, but most of all, the noises. In every country, there are noises that are totally new and that keep me awake. And yes, I can wear earplugs, and I do. And yes, I can wear an IMAX, and I do. But it's just, you know, in one place it's the cracks or the house that's ticking. Another place it's the birds that are unfamiliar. Now I'm in Australia. I hear these birds, bats, lots of noises that I'm not used to. Or a neighbor's dog, or you know, there's so many, or cats, or noises of traffic. You know, if you're close to a highway, but there's a lot of noises that you're not familiar with and that keep you awake. So a reason to cope with that is just be adaptable and make it part of your newcomer's welcome package to a new place. And it does go away after 1 or 2 or even 3 nights, but it's just part of it, you know, that nobody talks about. Like, oh, I lacked some sleep and I didn't sleep, and yeah, and then bags under my eyes, if you can see. Number 4 is that you are in charge of everything. You are in charge of everything. You're alone, you're solo, you have to decide on everything. You're responsible for everything, which means that if you travel with a group or a partner, it's like, you know, you arrive somewhere, it's super excited, you can't wait to race out the door and just go and explore and adventure and nice. And when you're solo, it's you race inside the house, you grab your phone or iPad or computer and you start Googling, okay, where am I? What will I do? What can I do? If I leave this door, where do I go next? And it's just, you just rather stay inside, you know, for a while, just to figure everything out, and just to, because you're in charge of everything. You're responsible for everything. There's nobody like, oh, I will take you there, or let's try this and let's try that. No, because you're on your own. So it's not really that excitement of, oh, you know, I'm just going to race out again. And then what? Then you're on the street. So it's always a period of, okay, I'm here, I arrived, good. Now what do I do? Because you're in charge. You and you're in yourself. You're in charge all by yourself. The positive is that you gain so much confidence being solo. By the way, I made a video of reasons to travel solo, and I truly believe in those benefits and the reasons to travel solo. So I'll put that link right below this video. But you gain so much confidence because you're in charge of everything. You make every decision yourself, and that just gives you so much confidence. And you don't realize it. It happens unconsciously, but it's, yes, you grow a lot. Last but not least, number 5 is when you travel solo, it is more expensive. It's more expensive because if you have accommodation to pay for, you pay for it by yourself. If you have transportation to pay for, rent a car, sleep in a hotel or a guest house or an RV. It's just wherever you are, accommodation is more expensive, transportation is more expensive. So those are the less, you know, good things. But on the other side, be creative. You know, I'm actually in a really nice house right now and I'm house sitting, so I don't pay my accommodation. And I can do that because I'm alone and I make my own choices and I just do whatever I want, go wherever I want, and just, yeah, it's that freedom, right? So even, yes, it's more costly, but it makes you more creative to find things, to maybe, I'm also making friends around the world so I can go back and stay with them if needed, you know, if I need a place to stay or crash. So it's definitely more costly, but you can be creative and do something about it. So there you have it. Tell me below what resonated with you most, what maybe scared you, or what still scares you. Tell me right below. I want to know from you. Remember also to subscribe to my channel, okay? Because I'm making a lot of videos to create that lifestyle that you desire, the freedom that you desire, that you deserve to have. Because it's a lifestyle I created for myself. I'm helping people to do the same thing. And last but not least, this video is not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining because I choose to travel solo. I choose this lifestyle. I choose this for myself. So I'm happy with it. But it doesn't mean I'm not going through these things that I just mentioned to you. And I'm not the only one going through this. And I think it's important to share this with you. So I hope it helps you to not feel alone in whatever you're experiencing, or to make a decision if you want to travel solo, yes or no. But I'm definitely not complaining. I'm not regretting any of it. But it's gotta be said, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly, it's all part of it. I will see you in my next video. You be brave, be smart, be courageous, be confident. Be the best you can. And it's good enough. Have fun.